G'day Facebook friends, Rod Moore here from Profit Results Institute, just with an important message for you today about what I call the fastest possible path to getting new clients. So if you're a service-based business owner, you've probably experienced, I guess, what I tend to call the roller coaster ride of small business. Now, what happens in the roller coaster ride of small business is that, when you get a few clients come in, you sign them up, they pay, you send out invoices, money comes into your business. You're on a high, you're up on this growth curve, reaching new heights in your business, right? And you get to do the thing that you love to do, whatever your service is. For a financial planner, you get to spend time, developing financial plans and looking at investment strategies and so on. If you're a web designer, you've got a few new clients, you get to go back to doing the thing you love, which is creating websites and so on. Most of us who get into small business, in a service business, do so because we love the thing that we do. Graphic designers love to design, chiropractors love to, manipulate backs and so on. Forgive my lack of knowledge, but you know what I mean, right? Accountants love to do the books and work with company structures and things like that. So we all get into a service business because we really enjoy providing the service that we provide in our business. So when we get a few new clients, money comes in, things are good, we're on this upward sort of growth curve. But then what tends to happen is when we do go back to focusing on client work and service business, is we tend to take our eye off sales and marketing. So what happens is we're not filling up our pipeline, especially if we don't have a system in place to draw new leads and new opportunities to us on autopilot. So we go back to focusing on client work, working with our clients, delivering our service, which we have to do to fulfill our obligations for them, right? The delivery of the service that we've just sold. The problem is you finish off that work with the client, it's 3 months down the track, the money's run out or is starting to run out, and you haven't brought any new clients on during that period. You've been focused on those clients. So all of a sudden you find yourself back in the same position and you come down the other side, right? And that's what I call the roller coaster ride. It's up and it's down and it's up and it's down all the time. Most service business owners have experienced this at one time or another, right? If you've been in business for any length of time, then you'll have had this experience, I'm sure. I've coached hundreds of small business owners over last decade or so, and nearly all of them can relate to having had that experience. So the problem is not having a marketing system. So when you do finish that client work and you're coming back down the other side of that roller coaster and you realize all of a sudden, hey, I need to get new clients, becomes a bit of urgency about getting new clients. What we tend to do is we then go into shifting our focus back to sales and marketing. So we run around to networking events, collecting business cards, setting up coffee meetings, making phone calls, following up old proposals, stalking people on LinkedIn and so on. Maybe we try Facebook ads or we write a new blog post. We do all this activity trying to now get our next lot of clients in. And, when we do, we go back to the start. We're back up to the top of the roller coaster. There is a better way. And so the problem is our thinking behind the role of sales and marketing. Most of us don't really want to be sales and marketing people in a service business. Let's be honest, right? So we don't tend to think of it as being a high priority until we need clients. But the better way is to actually put in place a system that'll bring clients to you steadily, consistently, virtually on autopilot, or at least bring leads to you of your ideal target market that you can then convert into clients. So what we teach at Profit Results Institute and as part of our Clients Academy, now the Clients Academy is the place for service business prosperity. It's all about sales, marketing and business models and so on, getting leverage in your business. What we teach is a simple 4-step system, what I call the fastest path to new clients. Now the beauty of the 4-step system is it can be automated. A number of the steps in there can largely be automated so that once it's set up, most of the work just happens in the background while you're delivering client work, right? While you're out playing golf or you go on holidays, this system can still be running in the background, attracting leads into your database, turning them into opportunities so that the only thing you end up doing, spending time on the phone or face-to-face with people who put their hand up and said, you know what? I think I might be interested in what you've got to offer, right? I think you can help me. Now, the fastest possible path to getting new clients, this 4-step system that we teach, is not that difficult to set up. It does require a bit of expert knowledge to really understand the 4 steps, but we can train you on how to do that quite easily, and you can go and set it up once you've gone through that training, or we can work with you to guide you and mentor you through the process, whatever works for you. So let me just run through the 4 steps, and I've actually recorded a video training of me talking about these 4 steps in more detail. And you'll find that over at www.profitresultsinstitute.com. So you can go and have a look at the video. It's on our homepage. Watch the video there. It goes for about 9 minutes and I dig in a bit deeper. But essentially the 4 steps are, the first thing you need to do, once you understand who your target market is and how you're going to stand out and be noticed, the first thing you've got to do is get visibility. They have to become aware of you. If your target market doesn't know you exist, then that's not a good thing, right? So we need to create visibility within our target market. And there's 2 ways you can go. There's free or there's paid, right? Free requires your effort, your energy, your manual labor, and it takes time, but it does work. So what do I mean by free? Well, if you look on Facebook, you'll see lots of small business owners who are posting up quotes, cute pictures of cats, a bit about their business, a photo of them at the beach. They're engaging in lots of conversations, right? Why are they doing that? Because they're trying to attract people into their world, trying to create opportunities for themselves. And that does work, There's a lot of businesses that have been built on the back of that, but it does take time. Now, if you're running a professional services business, you probably don't have time to be doing that consistently day in, day out. So there's a free approach, writing blog posts, creating videos and so on. There's a free approach and there's also a paid approach. Paid gets you there a lot faster. It speeds up the time frame if you do it right. Okay, you've got to get your messaging right. You've got to target the right audience. But if you get it right, then it can just accelerate the rate that you get new leads into your marketing funnel, into your pipeline. Facebook ads is the single best way to pay for advertising today. Simply because Facebook in recent times have partnered with a number of very large data, I guess you call them dealers. They basically, what used to be the old list brokers, you could go and buy a list of, all the tax accountants in Australia and then you could direct mail them. Well, that business has evolved and there's now large corporates who collect data and profile people, right? So they've combined their databases with Facebook's profiling of everyone who uses Facebook. And so with Facebook now, you can actually target down to people who, say, for instance, have a 100,000 plus salary or a high net worth. You can the ability to be able to pinpoint a target market on Facebook is unbelievably good now. It's better than it's ever been. It's the best advertising platform in the history of the world. And then when you combine that with live stream and things like that, your ability to be able to reach out and get your target market and attract them to you is incredible, right? So that's what we recommend to accelerate the process, is to get a good strategy around Facebook advertising and start to get a flow of opportunities coming to you. So visibility is step 1 in our fastest path to new clients. Step 2 is to make them an irresistible offer. Because what we want to do is we want to get them to say yes and enter themselves into our database. Because most sales don't happen up front, right? Often people have to get to know us over a period of time, get to know us, like us and trust us. So we need the ability to be able to continue to market to those people over and over time, right? So we need to make an irresistible offer to get them to say, yes, put me in your database, follow me up and keep in touch. Now, if you go to our website at profitresultsinstitute.com, I'll show you an example of, on our homepage, right at the top, there's a video of me go through the training which breaks this down into more detail. And there's an email box to get the rest of the training, right? So we give away valuable information. If it resonates with you, if it makes sense to you, then you're going to go, you know what, I want to get the rest of that training. So it's an irresistible offer. We're giving away valuable information for free to get people to enter our world, to enter into our database, right? So that we can have the opportunity to follow them up again. Very, very important. The bigger your database of people you can follow up over time, the better your results are going to be. They're going to grow incrementally, right? I've had people in my database for 5 years before they were ready, and then at the time they were ready, they recognized that, I was the only person they could think of to help them get more clients, to set up their marketing system. So I didn't have to sell them. They were already sold years ago, but the timing had to be right for them. Now imagine if I didn't have them in a database, right? I would never have an opportunity to sell to those people. Now the truth is, most of your advertising is wasted. If you're driving them to your website, then what happens is statistics show that within 30 seconds to a minute, most people bounce back off your website. You do this, right? You click, you look at a website and you think, it's not for me, and you click back, right? So if somebody's responded to an ad that you've placed and they've typed in your web address because they've seen an ad in a magazine or a newspaper or, Google AdWords or whatever you've used, SEO, you've come up the top, they look at your website and they go, I'm not sure, bounce straight back off, right? And statistics on nearly all the clients I've worked with closely one-on-one, nearly all their statistics show that people just bounce straight back off their website. But if you make them an irresistible offer, right, where you offer to give them valuable information, and here's the key to the messaging, it's a solution to their problem. Most small business owners and most of your competitors market themselves. Hi, I'm Rod Moore, financial planning extraordinaire, and they talk about themselves, a picture of themselves and their logo and the company name and all their credentials, right? People aren't interested in that, right? They're not interested, but they've got a problem. I'm going to retire in 6 years and I'm worried about the future finance, superannuation, should I set up my own self-managed fund? I'm thinking about these things, but I'm not looking for a financial planner right now. This is just what's going on in the back of my mind, right? But if you advertise a solution to the problems that I think I've got, then I become interested. So providing free information around that makes you irresistible. It's an irresistible offer, and they say yes and put themselves in the database. So step one, get visible amongst your target market. Step two, make an irresistible offer to them, right? And then step three is what I call sell-education, right? Don't you try and sell them. Just provide them educational material that talks about their problem and how you provide the solution. Now, what are the steps to the solution? Now, you all know Tony Robbins, right? Tony Robbins, the great motivator. The best thing I ever heard him say was that people are motivated by one of two forces, the twin forces of motivation. Pain, number one, or pleasure, right? So you want to use pain and pleasure in all of your marketing. So when somebody opts in, you want to provide them a stream of educational material saying, hey, if you've got this problem, you've probably got all this pain associated with it, right? If you're a small business owner right now, you don't have enough clients, you've got the pain of, not enough cash flow, how you're going to pay the bills, how you're going to meet payroll, you're laying awake at night thinking about all of these things that's causing you emotional pain, right? And I come along and say, you know what, it doesn't have to be that way. Let me show you how to set up a marketing system that can just operate on autopilot. Now, sure, there's a bit of work to set it up, and sure, there's a bit of work to tweak it and get it dialed in so that it's working correctly for you and get your Facebook ads working. There's a bit of work involved in that. But when it's set up, it can run and deliver you clients over and over and over without your direct involvement. You can outsource the management of your Facebook ads and everything, when it's all set up. So imagine if you had a system right now that was attracting you a steady stream of highly qualified leads who are people from your ideal client, your ideal target market. Can you see what I'm doing there? So I'm using what we call sell-education. I'm providing you educational material. I'm talking about how do you get from the problem to the solution? How do you get from the pain to the pleasure, right? There's a number of steps. I'm sharing with you a 4-step system right now to do that very thing. I'm not trying to sell you on using our services. If this message resonates, what will happen is you'll start to sell yourself. You'll think, this guy really knows what he's talking about, and maybe I should at least have a conversation with him, right? So people will sell themselves on wanting to use your service if you provide the right educational material and you structure it in the right way and you use what I call magnetic messaging, and I've given you the keys to magnetic messaging. It's problem to solution, it's pain to pleasure, and what are the steps in between, and you describe those steps and you package that up in video, webinars, reports, blog posts, everything you do. That becomes your whole dialogue that you have with the marketplace, right? And then you become magnetic to them, because then people start to think, what, this guy's been in my head, right? He understands my problem better than I can articulate it myself. And it sounds to me like he's got a solution. He can lead me from where I am to where I want to go. So people will sell themselves on wanting to use your services if you give them opportunity to. If you try and sell them directly, guess what happens? Resistance. People don't want to be sold to, but they'll sell themselves unconsciously when they go through the valuable education material that you provide them, and you drip feed to them over time if you need to, right? they'll eventually start to sell themselves on wanting to work with you. And this has been my experience for a decade of running my own business, and the people that I've helped get set up, using these type of systems, when we dial it in right, same experience. Why? Because it's human nature, right? We're all looking for a solution to our problem, but nobody wants to be sold something. So let them sell themselves, right? Just utilize the natural human behavior that we all have. We convince ourselves that something's a good thing. So that's step 3, sell your cation, right? And then step 4 becomes, what do we do? How do we sell these people? And what I found is there'll be a percentage of people who enter in the top of your marketing funnel. They go through, getting to know you, like you, trust you, sell your cation. There'll be a percentage of those people who will want more help. They'll want to come and talk to you. So what you do is you offer a complimentary consultation, a 30-minute call with you, and yet you might have an application form for them to fill out. If they fill out the application, what are they doing? They're self-selecting themselves as being a highly valuable prospect for you, right? And then you get on the phone, and we have a process where we go through what we call a strategy call session, and at the end, most of them will arrive, because you keep in mind that they come to the call pre-sold. Right. They've gone through the valuable education material. They want the solution to the problem. They believe that you have the solution, and they're now ringing, they want to get on this call with you to find out, what are the 1 or 2 things I can do? And you give that to them on the phone, right? But then you say to them at the end of the call, look, would you like our help? Would you like my help? Would you like me to help you get that solution? Do you want to have the right marketing and sales strategy in your business so that new clients happen on autopilot? Practically. I mean, nothing's ever 100% automated than autopilot, but as much as possible using technology online, we can, especially with follow-up and things like that. So you just say to them, do you want my help? And when they, get through the call and they arrive at their own logical point of conclusion, most of them are going to say yes. And then, so you don't have to actually sell them. They come pre-sold, you answer their questions, and you lead them to their own logical point of conclusion. So that's what I call the fastest path to new clients. It's 4 steps. It doesn't take that long to implement. We've got a complete training around it in the Clients Academy. You can go through the training and implement it yourself, or you can go through the training and have us work with you, either mentoring and coaching you or helping you to do it. Lots of different options. It's completely up to you. But what I recommend right now is I've given you an overview of the 4 steps. If it resonates with you and you want to find out more, go to our website at profitresultsinstitute.com, and on the homepage, there's a video there. Click on it. You don't have to opt in. Just click on it and watch it. And then if you want to get the rest of the training, you can just pop your email address in. But it's about a 9-minute training. I break those 4 steps down into more detail. So I hope this has been of value for you. Leave a comment below, like our page, and let me know what questions you have. And definitely go to our homepage and check out the video there, for no other reason than to actually see the system I've just described in operation, right? So you can see how it works in a real world environment. Pop your email address in and just look at the steps that we take you through, and then model that. Just copy it right into your business. If you're a financial planner, just copy it, change the wording to be relevant to your business. If you're a life coach, change the wording. If you're a wellness coach or a consultant, just copy what we're doing if you want. So for no other reason, go and just look at what we're doing. But the content, I think you'll find to be extremely valuable if you're looking for new clients. So hope this has been of value. Questions, comments in the details below. Like our page, and I look forward to bringing you more live stream videos in the near future. Cheers for now.